For Pacifica Radio, I'm Scott Baba. A senior Russian general has been killed by a bomb hidden outside his apartment building in Moscow. The attack came a day after Ukraine's security service leveled criminal charges against him. Donna Warder reports.
Lieutenant General Igor Kirillov was head of Russia's nuclear, biological, and chemical defense forces, and he was killed by a bomb today, one day after Ukraine's security agency charged him with using banned chemical weapons during Russia's military operation in Ukraine. A Ukrainian official says the country's security service carried out the attack, and the bomb, which was hidden in a scooter outside Kirillov's apartment building in Moscow, went off as the general left for his office. His assistant also was killed. Russian news reports say the bomb was triggered remotely. Kirillov was under sanctions from several countries, including the UK and Canada, for his actions in Moscow's war in Ukraine. I'm Donna Warder.
After months of deadlock, Israel and Hamas appear to be moving closer towards a ceasefire to end their 14-month war. Top officials from the U.S., Qatar, and Egypt have resumed their mediation efforts in recent weeks and reported greater willingness by the warring sides to wrap up a deal. In a key concession, Hamas officials say they are prepared to show more flexibility on the timing of an Israeli troop withdrawal from Gaza. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz said yesterday that a deal is closer than ever. The agreement is expected to take place in phases and include a halt in fighting, an exchange of captive Israeli hostages for Palestinian prisoners, and a surge in aid to Gaza. Cyclone Cheeto, a Category 4 storm, tore through the southwestern Indian Ocean over the weekend, hitting northern Madagascar before intensifying and slamming the French island of Mayotte with winds exceeding 136 miles per hour. This according to France's weather service. Cheeto later moved into northern Mozambique, causing further damage before weakening. French President Emmanuel Macron said he will travel to Mayotte as rescue teams rush to locate the missing. The Interior Minister says the French island was devastated after Cyclone Cheeto hit the territory. At least 20 people have been confirmed dead, but authorities fear that hundreds, if not thousands of people could have died in the disaster. Ross Collin reports.
The French Interior Minister says the island of Mayotte has been completely devastated. Bruno Retailleau added that there is, quote, nothing left of the shanty towns. Mayotte is struggling in the aftermath of the worst cyclone to hit the island in almost 100 years. The president says he will be travelling to the Indian Ocean territory in the coming days, and the race is on to locate survivors and provide water, food and shelter, and also to try to prevent the spread of disease. Ross Cullen, Paris.
Police say a 15-year-old student opened fire inside a study hall at a small Christian school in Wisconsin, killing a teacher and a teenager. Jennifer King reports.
The shooter died on the way to the hospital. Police say she apparently took her own life.
A second-grade student called 911 at 10:57 a.m.
Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes.
3 people, including the shooter, are dead. The shooter has now been identified as 15-year-old Natalie Rupnow.
6 others were wounded, including 2 students who were in critical condition. A teacher and 3 students had less serious injuries.
I know that my daughter is safe.
Bethany Hyman was among the parents who rushed to Abundant Life Christian School.
I pray for the hearts of the students, the teachers, the staff members.
A motive for the shooting was not immediately known. Police are talking to the shooter's family and searching the home. In a statement, the White House said President Joe Biden had been briefed on the shooting and cited the tragedy in calling on Congress to pass stricter gun safety measures. I'm Jennifer King.
President-elect Donald Trump sued the Des Moines Register and pollster J.N. Seltzer yesterday, alleging fraud over a pre-election poll showing Vice President Kamala Harris leading in Iowa. The poll, released days before Election Day, showed Harris ahead by 3 points. Trump ultimately won the state by 14 points. The lawsuit filed in Polk County accuses Seltzer and the Register of deception under Iowa's consumer fraud laws, claiming the poll was intentional election interference. Trump seeks damages and an order barring further deceptive polls while requiring the release of data used in the survey. The Register defended its reporting, saying it released full polling data and stood by its methodology. Seltzer declined to comment. At a time of heightened political division, Americans' confidence in their country's judicial system and courts dropped to a record low of 35% this year. That's according to a new Gallup poll. The United States saw a sharp drop of 24 percentage points over the last 4 years, setting the country apart from other wealthy nations where most people, on average, still express trust in their systems. The drop wasn't limited to one end of the political spectrum. Confidence dropped among people who disapproved of the country's leadership under President Joe Biden, as well as among those who approved. I'm Scott Baba for Pacifica Radio.